Much the same. He was a fierce warrior, determined to win at any cost. I watched him closely, and I found him too consumed by cruelty. That is why I chose Seawall and Palamedes as my closest confidants, not him. Yet this Galahad still seems devoted to Camelot and the old ways, and he remains just as fierce.
who's here? Has the destiny of the South graced my humble abode? You just killed a knight of the Round Table, and you have no because sometimes the best defense is a good offense. We were backed into a corner, eh? First off, he represented Camelot, and we're done with their influence. No more of the second. After the massacre of One Eye's tribe, his death was convenient for both of us. And when the tribes finally unite and come down from the mountains, there's a chance they might leave us alone. Third, he figured me out. He knew what I'd discovered and he wanted to stop me. And trust me, proof that Camelot is rotten to the core, and that allying with the tribes is the right... I didn't plan to tell you, but my one-eyed friend convinced me. Since you took down Galahad as a reward for your help, I'll share this secret with... Here, take this seal. In the sunken village, you'll find the entrance to Sewell's crypt. Everyone knows the story of how the evil druid sealed and flooded the place. It's true, but the real story is why the One-Eye broke the old seals and replaced them with his own. Behind the statue, you'll find where to use the seal. Once you do, you'll see that history is very different from what we've been telling ourselves. If that doesn't convince you that Camelot's foundations are more crap-coloured than tinged with ivory, I won't tell you anything more. I'll catch up with you. I'm sure you'll understand exactly.
Remain vigilant. Your armor won't save.
I know this place. I remember it, although my memory is still clouded. I was here with Merlin. We had a disagreement about something important. It was here that the idea of how to end the war with the Four Dwellers first took shape. But what happened next is still unclear. I don't remember. And yet, I know it had something to do with Seawall, a place of his eternal rest. But something is wrong. It doesn't feel like a tomb.
Seawall Firstfoot, the one who scouted the land before the traitor Arthur set foot on it. I was loyal. I was devoted. Arthur wanted more. Arthur betrayed me. Yes, it is my legacy. The jewel of the South, the safe haven of honor. I've been here for so long, it doesn't matter anymore. The Dalriata promised me revenge. They understand what happened here. Everyone who comes here has the right to ask. I was the most loyal of Arthur's men. I was the first to go ashore and take on any danger that might arise in this new and unfamiliar land. Then came the war. I fought by his side. Shielded him with my own body. I trusted him. But Arthur wanted more. Arthur longed to possess a power equal to that of our enemies. So Merlin decided our king must first become immortal. Only then could he achieve greatness. But Merlin needed volunteers. Trusted people to go first to make sure that so we wouldn't risk Arthur's life in trying to grant him immortality. They thought I had died, so they buried me. Arthur's greed and Merlin's obsession made me what I am now. Arthur should have made sure. They thought I was dead. I know there were others after me. I know that the king didn't hesitate to do anything to... He experimented on all the knights, abusing their oath. He told them it was for the greater good, their lives. our lives. Arthur doomed his people to eternal suffering. Their names forgotten. Their loyalty abused. He sacrificed the lives of the noblest of men. And this is the greatest possible betrayal. We cannot be helped. The Dalriata promised to burn down Camelot. Avenged Camelot was built on betrayal. People have to build a new world. Let the dead leave this. Event.
And? What do you think? Oh, they're just fools. Somebody made a stupid mistake in them. Somebody came up with traditions and stories to mask what was done. And for hundreds of years, fools were eating it up because the line... Really, there's no point in invoking tradition any longer. The only thing that matters is safety and loyalty towards the one who can provide it. And honestly, I don't believe the ones running this entire circus will protect anyone but themselves. Well, now we've found ourselves in what I'd probably call a clusterfuck. And somehow, you unwittingly became the most important person in the region because your decision will change how the entire... You see, my boys from the horns of the south are split down the middle. Some will back me, but others won't. On the latter, like Feargas, are the traditionalists, and they know me a little bit too well. If I come to them with this revelation, they think it were a conspiracy. But if somebody from the outside, you see where I'm... Ha! That's what I wanted to hear. I knew I could count on you. Go talk to Feargas. Get him to visit this place. After you, I just hope Feargas shows some sense and doesn't let his pride...
Привет. Ну да, поддержал их, типа. Король Артур, оказывается, проводил опыты на своих рыцарях. Для того, чтобы стать самому бессмертным. Да, добрый король Артур. Так, а я там хоть подняться смогу? Валяй, оп! Хе-хе. Тут градация как-то вот по сложности ебанутая. Одних выношу с одного удара, другие, блядь, пизды дают. Ну. Что это за место? Ты кто, мужик? Хоп.
Oh, a wanderer in the sunk back in the day. You just needed to look at the stars and you'd know where you were going. I guess I'm just an old man
да.
listening to the sound of the sea. Every wave carries a story, you know. Some are whispers long ago I decided. for what's ahead of me. But I can feel that it's... Monster. It's sad. They were... It's...
Хотя ж игра в бетке была.
I understand. I see you. You can come keep me...
Ну да. Зато добавили ебанутый вид от третьего лица. Так, надо.
Perhaps. I cannot say for certain. It seems familiar. I do not feel my soul bound to it. But something lingers beyond this gate. We'll find. It was the most painful thing I heard. I had no idea this is what happened. There were other things that required my attention. We were losing the war. I was needed. I should have paid more attention to what Merlin was doing.
Теперь мне надо людей того капитана убедить присоединиться к восстанию против Камелота, короче. Я ж хочу правильно иду. Ну да. Чувак, а ты кто такой?
Welcome! In the name of our eternally reigning majesty, King Arthur, and the Knights of the Round Tables.
I am obliged to inform you that fighting those who actively break the law and reject the rule of the crown is the duty and pride of every subject. As Camelot's representative, I will be paying a bounty of 10 gold pieces for the death of each bandit roving the area.
I also recommend checking the bounty board. Looks like I had it, please. Oh, someone found...
Так.
Sinon the giant. Now, I.
Денежек трошки подфармим.
If you're.
Ох, 3500. И экспу дает, кстати, да.
Oh, really? And here I thought the Horns of the South had no secrets left to hide from me. But go ahead. Surprise me. Have I ever mentioned I'm not a big fan of your sense of humor? Now, tell me what you really want, or walk away. In silence, preferably. This isn't funny. I'm no Galahad, burning people at the stake for heresy, but I don't appreciate this kind of behavior either. Still, judging by the look on your face, you actually believe you stumbled onto something important. All right then, I'll go and check it out. See what's got you so worked up. It might even be nice to get out of here for a change. I saw what you wanted me to see. We need to talk. Honestly, I'm not sure what to think. Everything I believed has been seriously challenged. I need some time to get used to it. Why did you show this to me? Because it could be that I'd be better off not knowing. What they did to Seawall is unthinkable. What will the other keepers say? What will happen to the Horns of the South? Everything we believed.
Будем толкать речи в стиле короля Артура легендарного.
You're right. In the end, it doesn't matter what Camelot was back then. And we did everything in our power to keep the South safe, and to keep our lighthouse on. But this will be the end of the Horns of the South. No young man will join our ranks when hundreds of years of our history are gurgling down the drain. Any ideas? It sounds better than the alternative. That we're a bunch of fools believing in children's fables of knightly honor, valor, and purity. And we'll have to give everyone some hope to cling to after the truth about Seawall comes out. All right. I assume Brandon put you up to this, so you can go and congratulate him. He won. I'll support this case, if only for the safety and well-being of our boys. I don't have to like it one bit, but I can try to make it easier for the garrison. And you know where to find...
Еще монеток подфармили. Правда, дом в этом городе стоит 20 тысяч монет. Хер его знает, где их брать, эти 20 тысяч. Так, а теперь побазарим с Бренданом. Да, тупо фармить, чтобы заработать себе на дом. В Скайриме как-то попроще с этим было.
Could use some action.
You're back. So, what news do you bring? Did you talk to Feargas? Good. Just as I expected. I do feel for the boy. He really loved Camelot. Probably the last truly loyal keeper. But he had to know the truth. I knew his honor wouldn't let him hide it from the others in the Orns. Nicely done. Now, I'll get One Eye, and together we'll go to the Orns with the good news. Not everybody will be happy about it, but that's for me. Those who don't support us will be released from their oath, and I'll ensure they're safe until they leave. After that, whatever they choose to do.
А Экскалибур мне, блядь, кто-то отдаст или нет?
Brothers, today marks a new chapter in the history of the Horns of the South. Today, we put an end to fear and poverty. I understand your pain. I know you feel helpless in the face of the looming terror of the weirdness. Camelot has abandoned us, brothers. For years, they've given us no aid. All they do is take our resources, send us to senseless slaughter, and keep us in the dark. Camelot doesn't see us as equals. They've forgotten Seawall Firstfoot's legacy and the promise King Arthur made to us. We were meant to stand as equals. We were meant to be just as powerful as them. And all this time, do you know what they've done to the founder of the Horns of the South? For over 600 years, Seawall has been alive, forgotten by King Arthur and all of Camelot. You don't have to take my word for it. Seawall's tomb is open. Go and see for yourselves. I say, enough. Enough of being fed a rotten myth that turned out to be one great lie. We swore loyalty to the torturers of one of the noblest knights to ever walk Avalon. I say, enough. We will no longer honour an oath made to dishonourable people. We won't let ourselves be exploited any longer. But, my brothers, I bring news. Galahad the Pure, the same Galahad who threatened to burn half our garrison at the stake, is dead. Galahad's death is our chance to break free from Camelot. Enough lies. No more risking everything for those who only know how to take. You're probably wondering, how can we protect the South on our own? How can we defend ourselves when Camelot comes to reclaim their slaves? Yes, that's what we are to them. I know the lockdown of the fortress surprised you, and for that, I truly apologise, but it was necessary to keep you from attacking our new allies, the Del Rita tribes, led by One Eye.
I know, my brothers, I know. This must be a shock, especially since I didn't share my plans with you earlier. But hear me out. Thanks to this alliance between the Orns of the South and the Dal Riada tribes, we are securing the safety of the South and our independence from Camelot.
The tribes will provide us with the military support our depleted ranks desperately need. The tribes will help us rid the South of the bandits who've plagued our people for years. Together, we'll share knowledge and resources to ensure a better future for all Southerners.
We will not drain your resources. In fact, we'll replenish your armories and fill your pantries. We'll stand together, fighting side by side to bring peace and order back to the South.
In return, all we ask is your loyalty. If you see a brother from the Dalriada fight in the Camelodian, stand with our brother. That's all. Of course, if anyone isn't in favor of this alliance, you have the right to leave the service. I declare a new era for the Horns of the South. Those who don't wish to help build this future are released from their oaths. To those who choose to stay, I promise a good life, and you won't face any more threats. Now, brothers, return to your duties and rest easy. The Horns of the South will endure, and soon we'll be stronger than ever before.
Вот нихера постановка катсцены не соответствует масштабу событий в этой сцене.
This feeling, it was so strong. I remember now. This blade was never just... Yes, but it carries more than my soul. A sword like that, it doesn't yield easily. It demands strength of body and of will. You'll need to grow stronger before it will choose you.
А, ну заебись. Ай!
An honest matter. What do you need? Right. See, the problem with Excalibur, or indeed any of King Arthur's blades, is that you need to prove you're worthy of wielding it. How are you supposed to do that? Hell knows. But if the pin that secured your entry to the Horns has led you here, I think I know what the one who gave it to you might have been thinking. You see, there are many different legends. According to one of them, there are a few places on Avalon where you can prove yourself worthy, whatever that means. And one of those places, as you can probably guess, is nearby. Have you seen the old gong in the sunken village? Well, many years ago, when people still went to the woods for a shit instead of using a privy, it was part of a certain ritual. Only the people who passed the ritual could become keepers. None of the living keepers were recruited that way, so we don't really know what happens during the ritual. That's why Galahad now appoints keepers and the captain chooses them. It's just safer that way. I only know that you need to sound the gong and then lie down to sleep at its base. If you wake up, I mean, when you wake up again in the morning, you'll know you've been deemed worthy. Unfortunately, the gong is broken, so first, you'll need to find a way to fix it, and since it's made of weird steel, fortunately, Osprey should be able to help you. A little bird told me he likes to play with weird steel when nobody's looking. Just tell him I sent you, and he won't give you any trouble. Well, I'm not gonna lie. From what I've heard, many people never woke up. They fell into it, and those who woke up were changed, and none of them ever wanted to say exactly what
Короче,
happened
понятно,
there.
это местные серые стражи.
Well, of course they tried. It turns out that the keepers who passed the ritual could hold it longer than... Maybe it'll be enough for what you need, and maybe it's your risk. Then you'll have to find someone smarter than me.
Не-не-не, из этого. Из Ой, блядь, скажи, я скажу. Із Драгонеджа. Ну шо, рассказывай, блядь, как его вытянуть.
It's more than a sword. It's a promise. A blade that stands for unity, for strength, and for hope. It wasn't just mine. It belonged to Avalon. Every swing, every battle was fought for the land and its people. But Excalibur is also a burden. It demands more than just skill. It demands purpose. Without that, then it is just steel.
Так, перекур. Такс, я вернулся.
What a nice day.
Why would you want to fix it? Do you even...
Take some advice from an old man. If there's a giant, ancient statue that somebody tried to turn to dust, they must have had a good reason for it.
Well, if you put it that way, then I suppose I have to tell you the truth. Otherwise, the terror from the sea will bite me in the ass while I bathe.
Of course I can fix it. I've been doing this kind of thing since I could swing a hammer. It's a skill we pass down from master to apprentice, generation to generation. Nothing fancy, just obviously though, you'd have to bring me a couple things. How did you, oh, forget it.
Here, that should do it. Do whatever you need to, if you're really sure about this.
I have nothing to tell you. I could try to talk you out of it.
Ох, чувствую, сейчас мы там пиздол получим. Ох ты ж, нихуя себе. Я чё, в середине? Ну ладно. Да-да.
It seems he speaks to me. Allow me to answer. Welcome, old friend.
Чего,
I
блядь?
can see that you know me, but I am a mere shadow of my true self. I don't remember you, Lord of the Seas. Forgive me. That's what you told me, my friend. The next time we see each other, you will not remember me. But you are here now. The will and the power Where should I look for myself? I wish to restore Avalon to its former glory.
Avalon's fate has never rested upon one person, yet here you are, trying again, restless and eager to take the responsibility again.
Tell me what I must do to be worthy to lead Avalon once more. I do not think I have.
Your path is true. Seek wholeness, and Avalon will reveal what it needs from...
Thank you, my friend.
And you, mortal. You have given yourself to the king's service. You are worthy of Arthur. Take out your sword and fear no failure. It is yours to take. The promise I gave thy mother is fulfilled. And thus, and when you reach your journey's end, I trust you will make the right...
А вообще, блядь, я уже раз получал пизды от меча статуи. Вот, блядь. Охренеть. Охренеть, мне надо было все ХП просрать.
I am his will, the fire that bends the world to his command. I am the blade.
Enough, Merlin. You can't keep throwing lives into this abyss. These experiments, they're destroying what remains of us.
Destroying us? They're what's keeping us alive. Do you think the Four Dwellers will stop for pity or mercy? Every soul we lose here saves 10 more on the battlefield. You told me to do this. You sanctioned this. And I'm close to getting it right. I know it.
No, we can't justify this. There's no victory worth such a cost.
You know full well, Arthur, that this isn't about victory. It's about survival. If we don't push these boundaries, there will be no future for your kingdom, for Avalon. You dream of peace, but without victory, there will be no peace to dream of. The path ahead is brutal, but if we relent now, we lose everything.
And yet we keep losing people and gaining nothing in return. We must change the path.
They volunteered for this.
They volunteered to save our kingdom, and you've got no closer to doing it. Their sacrifices cannot be in vain, Merlin. Find another way. Use your mind, your wisdom. Leave this slaughterhouse you've created behind.
A different way. That will take time, and resources we may not have. The enemy won't wait.
They will if I make them. Whatever it takes, I will buy you that time. Find me a weapon that wins this war without annihilating what we fight to protect.
Whatever it takes.
Yes. Let it be known that it was my decision, and I will bear the consequences of it.
Oh no, my king. People can never know. It was all my idea, and you knew nothing about it. All of us have our role to play. You are the leader, and they need to love you. If we win, you need to become more than a man. You need to become a symbol.
Привет.
Now, I remember. Before you judge me, it all seems so obvious now, doesn't it? The right thing to do. It wasn't back then, and you can trust me on that. We were on the brink of losing the war, and wars aren't won with wishful thinking. There was no clean path, no noble answer. Only the weight of reality pressing down on our necks. Something had to be done, or everything we fought for would have been in vain. And in the end, the ones who stepped forward, who chose to pay the price, made it. And their deaths gave Merlin the knowledge he needed to finish his work. To find something that could... justified. No. Justification. They were brave men who volunteered their lives, just as they did every time we rode onto the back. The difference was that if Merlin succeeded, one man's sacrifice could have saved us all. If sacrificing a few meant the survival of all, then there was no choice at all. Maybe they never saw justice. Maybe call it cruelty. Call it madness. But the kingdom still stands. The people live. I did, but this wasn't about pride. It wasn't about saving. The truth about all this would have broken my people, and a king doesn't get to flinch. If that meant carrying the weight alone. I told him to stop the experiments on our men, but he started experimenting on the Four Dwellers, the enemy. If their bodies could be broken down, their power turned against them. So he figured out how to twist the Four Dwellers' power in. I told him to conquer the weirdness. And in the end, he found a way to make me stronger. It wasn't just magic. It was something deeper. And with it, we won. The war ended. Avalon was ours. The bloodshed stopped. That's the question. I keep thinking about Seawall. He was ready to pay the... And I thought he did. I grieved him. And now... I told myself I carried the weight of... But seeing him... I wonder if I ever truly...
You've got that look again. Like you've seen something you wish you hadn't. Another piece of the king's soul reclaimed, right? What did it show you this time? Merlin. Ah, Merlin and his obsession with the weirdness. The king thought it could save us. Merlin thought it could be controlled. Together, they were willing to tear the world apart to win. I was a prototype for Merlin's latest idea. Immortality. Me and Seawall, the king's loyal pawn, used and discarded when they found a better way. When they decided to go even deeper into their madness and turn our king in. Even if he didn't, he should have. He was desperate to win. And every scream, every scar, even if he didn't see it, he allowed it. That's as good as a Seawall was Merlin's first attempt. We could say I was lucky, but to say that would take a truly macabre sense of humor. Fight back. Against who? Merlin? The king? You endure. You wait. And when the time comes, you either break, or you... That's what I do. What I've always... Of course he'd say that. There's always a scapegoat and a convenient... But it doesn't absolve him. Not when he was the one who unleashed this madness on all of us. He wanted victory, no matter the cost. And when you want something that badly, you stop looking too closely at what's been... And, after all, who said we were supposed to win this war? Who's... You've seen what they did. What he did. And that's not the end of the story. It's not the extent of their sin. Find the pieces of his soul. Put him back together, if that's what it takes. And then we, or I, either way, we we will get to his resurrection. I've seen it too many times to believe the cycle will be broke, but know this. Once he's whole, Arthur's power, and when that moment comes, I'll be there. Whether to stand, just remember that when that happens, and you stand by his side, there won't be room for both of you. Start. You've already started. But if you want the next piece, head to Kunacht. The Menhir there is failing. The weirdness swallowing. You will need to find another artifact. The shield our king gave to Palamede. He was one of the king's finest. A voice of reason amidst the madness. Find the shield. And then, well...
It was supposed the sword was never just steel. It was a symbol of what we stood for. Strength. Just I wanted them to remember. Merlin saw Avalon for what it was long before the rest of us. He told me that the weirdness would gnaw at our walls, but he still fought. We were losing the battle at Tuathan's mouth. Our last push before the weirdness took the field. Then it came. Not a beast. Not a man. Not something we ever had words for. Merlin raised his staff, spoke a name I didn't recognize. Not killed. Not struck down. Just... Yes, it seems we knew each, and this proves that I sought out and I trusted him enough to carry the knowledge that...
Сейчас еще тут пиздюлей получим и пойдем дальше по сюжету. Оба.
There's nothing for you here, wanderer. The doors are... And if I couldn't open them... Tyrannus of the Thoid tribe. Doubt... Likewise, great minds think alike. If you're set on going further, you'll need every bit of life force you have. A curse for killing a member of the Thoid tribe could take half of it. I thought that since you're here, you'd know what lies. Many have tried. I thought I was worthy, but I've been camped here for 3 moons. There's no life for me outside this cave. If I can't get through, this is my destiny, one I chose for myself. But my strength is fading. This isn't how I wanted it to end. It is death and magic. It draws its power from the ancient mist. Of those who went hunting for it, look for the mist, and in the mist for antlers. They say its feet don't touch the ground. We call them the mist. Everyone from Thoid wants to face one of those wraiths, and I'd love to get my hands on one of their corpses. Those are if you manage to slay the Mistbearer, then maybe I'll invite you to further collaborate. Return alive, and good luck, Wanderer.
Та не то слово. Я прям в шоке. Их силы. Оу. Да. Ну да. О, босс. А босс сейчас будет натягивать, как, блядь, не знаю что. Ух ты какой. Сука. О, угадал. Его же, наверное, надо было облутать. Дубль 2. Окей.
Eve, you did it. I wish I had been the one to face the Mistbearer. But I bowed. Excellent. And here's your reward. Yes, I did. With your courage, you've proven yourself. And to be honest, it's been a long time since I felt this confident about a new guildman. What do you say? We have. Let's.
Короче, оно автоматически облутало его. О, новая карта. Ого! Хера градация по уровням у них тут. Да, знать бы, дохера это или нет еще. Хотя, может, и дохера. Вы враги. Ну, конечно. О, ну хоть кто-то здесь падает.
Show me what you're made of. I will be your downfall.
Say your prayers. You to respect me. My peace.
Ебать, я промахнулся. Блядь.
No one sneaks up on me.
А, сука!
Remain vigilant. I'm not giving up yet.
Да, музыка хорошая. Так, хилимся, хилимся, хилимся. Сука. Ох, ты ж. Ну ладно, еще раз, если что, просто мимо побежим.
Prepare for battle. Oil out your head on a pike. Oil out your head on a pike. I'll teach you to respect me.
Ох ты ж.
You fight like a milkmaid.
А что законченный прием у него это? Отстань. Гандон. Да он тупо примагничивается тем приемом. На любое расстояние скипается. Ладно, в пизду его. Я вернусь. Я его, блядь, запомню. О, а тут зомби, нахуй. Ух, ебать. То не 1100, то 110 ОП. Сука, только, блядь, не убей. ОП, да. Там 120 ОП. Просто О на 0 похоже. Я вот, ты знаешь, на что посматриваю? На ловкость. Может, мне немного ловкость вкинуться будет со временем надо? О, ну хоть кто-то знаком. Ебать, это не... Я думал, это этот, блин. Тупо моб... Ой, блядь, дерево обычное, короче. Их! Да хули вы все такие жесткие тут? Есть, блядь, шанс, что я тупо не дойду до квеста. Пизда. О, ну конечно. Ну да. Ты, блядь, кто, ну?
Stranger, is there something you need? Or perhaps you're in need of a weapon to bolster your courage? I haven't gathered much.
Ага, ты торгаш. Не, старое заклинание пока что нам лучше работает. Может попытать счастье в двуручном оружии? Нихуя себе! Что хоть за меч у меня? Ага, двуручный меч, красная смерть. Мне нравится. Хорошая палка-убивалка. Ставлю ей 5 баллов. А, синий, он все равно слабее. Стоп, а зелье омоложения это не то, что сбрасывает навык, и не. Эх. Так бы вкинул все в этот двуручник. Может, хорош, блядь. Что это за ебаный автомат? Да.
Oi, what do you think?
Так, я понял. Это рядовый. Я понял, тут проблема с хитбоксами.
Face every threat.
stay.
Ух, ё.
This is my.
No one sneaks up on me.
You'll be fertilizing the soil. Your armor won't save you. Prepare for battle. My shield is a fortress. Such a cheap shot. Fight is mine. I see fear in your eyes.
Я сейчас тоже на перекур пойду. Так, продолжаем. Меня в этой локации даже воздух, блядь, убьет.
Don't even say that. Someone comes, lights them in here, and then dies on our watch? People would be at my door with pitchforks.
He's waking up. Welcome back to the land of the living, our hero.
Help him up, Ansel.
Итак, меченый.
Welcome to my home. Quite a scene unfolded.
Я с тобой в благородство играть не буду.
I can't decide if I'm more delighted or surprised. What was it that made the men here react to you?
The local men here have been rather lifeless. Then you come along, breathe life into what was dead, and whether you meant to or not, alter the course of our history. That's how I see it anyway. Tell me, do you know what this menhir represents? So they say. The menhirs were raised by Merlin to ward off the ancient mist that burst monsters, but none of this matters in our current situation. Here, the menhir represents something more. For some, it's a symbol of freedom and independence. Strength, if you will. It shows that the people of Quornox, my subjects, can face any challenge, even at the world's end. And for others, like our guest from Camelot, whom I'm sure you've seen, it's a symbol of power. Power once granted by King Arthur, and therefore by Camelot. And power that has been granted can be taken away. Officially, they say they want to gather all the menhirs scattered across Avalon, set them around Camelot, and bring people there to ensure their safety. That is, if they can figure out how to restore the power of the menhirs. I don't think we know each other well enough to speak on unofficial terms. I'm well aware. And now we're also facing an outbreak of the Red Death, which will no doubt influence Camelot's decision on whether to offer my people shelter. But with the menhir reignited, the people of Quornox will be even less willing to give up and go to Camelot. If anything, I expect rebellion to break out, and bloodshed is something neither we nor the capital want. I don't know, to be honest. It's not something I could admit publicly, but I feel both sides have a point. I understand the people who don't want to abandon their homeland, and I understand the knights who must face a long-lost terror and find a solution to an impossible problem. Believe me, being a lord in times like these is a heavy burden. I want you to speak with Dinno and try to calm him down. He's the commander of Camelot's forces stationed in Quornox, and as you probably imagine, your presence here didn't exactly. With the menhir active again, everything. Calamity Shield, you say? That shield rests beneath the menhir. And legend has it that it used to fuel its power for centuries. I don't mind if you look at it, touch it, whatever you need. Just don't take it. It's a treasured relic, and you're probably just as attached to your head, which you'll lose if we catch you trying to steal. If you need anything, speak to Ansem. He's the...
The less attention, the better.
Oi, you. You're new here, aren't you? Ah, no, sorry. It's just that we don't see many new faces around here. Just us and the locals and, well, if you haven't noticed yet, they're not the friendliest bunch. Do they? Then maybe we're all just sick of looking at each other. I'm sure they're not all bad. This must all be quite hard for them. But it's not like I want to be here either. I've got a pregnant wife waiting for me at home, and they won't even let me buy a book for her. Yeah, about birthing and labour and whatnot. It's going to be our first, you see, so my wife's always sick. I wanted to send it, but that Dalrita wench chased me out of her bookshop and won't let me back in. I know, right? And here I thought I'd seen everything. I was sure they didn't even know how to read. Anyway, Vrel seems to hate my guts. Well, could you? I'd be really grateful. Just don't tell her it's for... Please, I'll pay you back. I'll even throw in something... Oh, thank you. You're a lifesaver.
Так, будем те сайды выполнять, на которые нарвемся случайным образом. Да прокачиваться.
Welcome to Vrel's bookshop. No reading without buying. And if you're here for porn, kindly leave before... Aye. Look, I don't begrudge anybody their reading habits. Each to their... Aye. Not only can I read, I can even make recommendations. So, if you have a joke to tell... Perhaps it is. But you'd think that so-called civilized people would accept it with me. Hearing the same crude comments over and over again makes me feel like I've never... Then there are the braver ones who tell me I'm not welcome here. Hell, it's just like talking to them. They all have more in common than they think. Although... Oh, expecting a wee-yin? Congratulations. Is that so? Oh, is it now? What? Oh, that's precious. I chased him off because he couldn't take no for an answer. He came in and tried to seduce me. Told me he just loves to devour books. But he'd gladly do the same with me. Books, sure. Maybe for breakfast. To advert. When I tell him I wasn't interested, he got all pissed off and called me an ugly dumb savage. I only let him leave with his teeth intact to avoid proof. Tell you what, I'll sell you that book. But fair warning, I'll be sending his fair wife the story of Giron the Unfaithful. You presume a man like that can be taught reason? I'm afraid the book's lit. He might just tear out a few pages every time he goes to the privy. Fine, fine. I won't make myself. I'll send his wife the priestess's book. May Mather at least bless her with a smooth labour. Thanks for coming in.
You doing okay?
If I just stay... Hi, have you had a chance to drop... What? What is this shit? Did that Rita bitch put you up to this? A savage, teaching me more. So I like women. What of it? What my wife doesn't know won't hurt her. Besides, what else am I supposed to do when I'm away from her for months? A man has needs, you know? I'm not a red priest, damn it. Take your money and get lost.
Ah, here's our troublemaker. You've really caused a stir around here with that spectacle in front of the Menhir. I had everything in order. The cart was... You appear out of nowhere, and suddenly a dying pile of stone. Firstly, because now I have to write yet another report to Camelot that we're going to be late, and that they need to send us even more. Secondly, you've somehow reignited the Menhir, and this has reignited people's hopes that they can... And before you ask why it's dangerous, take a look around town. The recent Red Death outbreak took its toll, and I'm pretty sure things are just going to get... But you should be thankful to them. Their hopes are the only reason we haven't locked you up for sabotaging our initiative. If that's really what you wanted to tell me, then it would mean I need to declare a bounty on your head. And you'd have to either leave or die here in Connacht. You can go tell Murig that your presence doesn't change anything about our deal, and that you are unwilling to help with his endeavors. And if he doesn't listen, play along, but come back to me when you learn what he has planned. Murig, who apparently prefers to be called Maggot, is a druid, even though he may not look the part. And druids are the only ones who know the rituals necessary to ignite the Menhirs. Due to bad luck, or more accurately, the decisions of my superiors, our options for druids are limited. That's why I'm forced to work with Murig, and Prophet be my witness, neither of us is happy about that. But I'm no fool. I know that what happened in front of the Menhir might make Murig consider double-crossing us. He'll try to find a way to reignite the Menhir so that it could stay in Connacht despite our agreement. So, if you ever find out what he's planning, if he ever asks you to fetch something, isn't it obvious? For the safety of all the residents of Avalon. Only by gathering them... Avalon's population has significantly declined over recent years. We're on the brink of extinction, damn it. That's why we need to stick together. Only Camelot possesses the necessary infrastructure. If they remain here, they will die. Either from the weirdness itself, or from the hope. You must know that I didn't come here just to obey orders. I truly believe that this is the only way to save everyone. Then at the very least, we'll have bought some time for those wiser than us to think of an alternative. Perhaps we will invade Tuathan, like in the glorious old days? Or perhaps someone will find a way to free the derelict fleet, allowing us return to the homelands. I don't know. But there's one thing I'm certain of, and I'll repeat it as often as necessary. Only by standing together, scattering our people across the island is the way. I'll await your return.
So, you finally arrived. Or is it the two of you? It's a pleasure to meet you. Call me Maggot. I don't like that other name Denholm and his men insist on using. I don't know, and that bothers me a lot. But I sense something lurking inside you. Something quite all I'm sure of is that you've been exposed to vast quantum. Let's say I have certain skills when it comes to magic. Yes, the Menhir. It responded. It means big changes are coming to us. Do you know why all those Camelot troops? That's right. They believe that by gathering all the dying Menhirs, but they don't know. Or they don't want people to know that a Menhir is nothing. And if they were ignited once, they can... No. I'm too old to play a hero. But I, for once... That's the The moment the Menhir reacted to you, I felt something. As if I suddenly remembered about the Menhir rites, the ritual, but where are they? So, it looks like we'd have to take... Well, not literally. As entertaining as that sounds, you won't be dissecting me. I'm talking about just a bit of mushroom potion and poof, you're on your way. I like your eagerness, but I don't exactly have the materials required. Here's what we'll need in order to make...
Ну да, все есть в лагерях разбойников. Спасибо. тех лагерях, в которых мне уже пизды давали. Ох, ё. И хвильнихт полетел.
Remain vigilant. Blow for blow. Show me.
Не добежал. Кстати, это к тем же типам мы идем, которых звездюлей получали, по-моему. Ну да, к ним.
Hold your ground.
Так, теперь поярче заходит. И... блять. Вот, блять. Вот, блять.
You'll be fertilizing the soil.
Блядь, ну однозначно двуручник теперь мое любимое оружие. Что там мы арканиста на духовность? Да. А меч практичность. А и он слабее, чем мой. О. О, малинка. О, это здесь эти уж шлепочные дриады. Попробуем. Вот по факту, блин, пару этих всего лишь поднял. Левелов. Вот такая разница огромная.
What's that noise?
Ну и двурук еще. Я так понял, разрабы изначально пилили игру под двурук, а потом просто каким-то чудесным образом решили добавить сюда не только двурук, а и остальное. Ох, ёпта. Моргать. О! Тип в текстурах.
Help me. Water. Thank you. My name is Linwood. I've been stuck like this for the past 2 days.
Я думал, это текстуры застряли.
It must be. Please, you have to do something.
A druid? Curse someone? Couldn't be me. I'm not even a druid anymore. I know a thing or two about her. I can't for the life of me recall. That knowledge leaked out of me long ago. Like molasses spilling from a broken red-eyed demon. I don't know, to be fair. Who is that man, anyway? Oh, no. That does sound a little familiar. So that's... bagpipes. So, that was where that infernal howling came from. I must have unconsciously dived into the recesses of my memory. Incredible, isn't it? How Yes, fortunately, such a curse is much... What was I... There. Take this potion and pour it down here. You see, it needs to burn.
Ладно, пойду дам типу зельку. Эх, блин. В обход, что ли?
Do you have any idea? What? I'm supposed to just forgive and forget? Let him keep turning people into stone willy-nilly? Oh, fine. Have it your way. Even though I don't understand why you'd defend that tree hugger, I won't report him to the authorities. Give me that potion. I can't... Wait. Thank you. I don't have much, but please tell me. Really? You talked to that dog? What? Was that really what it was all about? It's no wonder that Shard Conclave had. Fine, but I still hope I never run into him again. What if he breaks my arms now? Thank you, once again. May the All-Mother guide your path.
Ну, блядь.
Do you have it? What?
Let's... Ah, the raspberries. Nutrition is key, my brave friend. You'll thank me now. It's time to see you on the other side.
Silly mushrooms. They whisper behind your back again.
Да-да, приход нормальный такой словили.
A drink a day keeps the clarity away.
If it weren't you, someone else would have pointed them to the hiding place. If it weren't you, someone else would have pointed them to the hide.
Coward!
Yup.
Wait! Just wait! There must be a... Oh, the king himself! I am unworthy. Oh, forgive me. How wretched I am. Yes, maggots. You are here to help the worthless maggots betrayed its... There are no more druids. There is no Murig. There is no Murig. The maggot ain't Murig. The maggot was born when Murig pointed to where it... Yes, the maggot doesn't deserve... Would you like to kill the maggot? The maggot doesn't want to live. Murig gave birth to the maggot. The maggot ain't Murig, but the maggot doesn't... The maggot won't...
Чем черт не шутит?
There you are. That was you? I was sure I was getting killed by King God. I felt that I wanted to die, which was nothing new, to be honest, but at the same time, now, perhaps I should be grateful, and yet... I see. A mercy kit. Do you need anything? If not, then... It did. Things I'd forgotten. Things I didn't know I knew. It's not a scroll. The druid half. It's at Sagrimor's castle. His castle sank. A couple 100 years ago. Just grim stories left. Nianti. She knows. Priestess things. Alias, do you need anything else?
Так, снова продолжим мы уже, скорее всего, завтра. Поэтому с них с поисков и начнем. Все тогда, спасибо за просмотр и доброй ночи.